our favorite compas have another jam-packed episode of the Four Compas Show. In this episode, the Four Compas are joined earlier than usual by a certain individual. So we'll get into all that. But in this episode, we'll do a quick recap of the Eagles-Packers Monday Night Football game that had Gilbert like this.
What does that mean? Oh, I called it. I said close game, but a snooze fest. So yeah, I was surprised.
And with obviously the recent firing of Brian Daboll, we are doing a Compas coaching hot seat meetup. Is it scorching hot? Is it the devil's ball sack hot? How hot are these coaches' seats? So we'll get into all that. Plus, we'll have our usual Week 10 takeaways. And, of course, we can't forget about the usual segments during the football season, the Compas Power Rankings, and our picks for the best matchups of Week 11. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm pretty excited for this show. I'm not sure what that means, that I'm excited about talking about people losing their jobs, but who cares? They make multi-million dollars, and I really have no sympathy here. But, yeah, it's that time of year where coaches are on the hot seat, and Fernando, I don't know if you're trying to play the part of a certain coach that might be in the hot seat, but nice backwards hat there.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't like the flat bill, and I still have it flat billed, and I don't like it. So I just like swing it to the back, and I kind of go like that. But yeah, that's kind of the way I wear this hat. If it's the other ones, I will wear it for. Yeah, I'm terrible at it, so I just go like
Can
this.
you buy a thing that like curves it for you? I know people like doing that.
Oh, that's been on my TikTok algorithm, and I'm like, dude, can you just stop with this? Like, I don't care. So, but no, I will not.
You don't want to put like a shiny pin on your hat or the chain on your hat. People go all out on their hats, which I think is
I've seen the people at Disney that do that stuff. I can't do any of that stuff, but
just wear the hat and call it a day.
I guess I'll be at SoFi on Sunday.
Who was it?
Rams, Seahawks.
Oh, you're going to that Buccaneers. I'm like Chargers or
no, I'm going to that one too. So I'm doing a story on Sam Darnold on Sunday, I guess. I was asked to do a story on Sam Darnold. So I was like, all right, I guess I can go do. I'm like, good. I don't want to do like Rams guys are okay. Like they're boring sometimes. So I'm kind of like, I want something new. And so I was like, oh, I'll do a story on Sam Darnold and how he performs. And then I'm like, shit, this is like the Hilberto versus the Heelberto versus Vic and Fernando Bull. So, yeah, I guess I'm going to have to be front and center. So I'm going to this game. I'm going to the next game. I'm at SoFi for the next 4 weeks in a row.
Wow.
Because there's
some big games.
Rams, Seahawks, Rams, Buccaneers, Chargers, Raiders, and then Chargers, Eagles. So I'll be at SoFi for the next 4 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I was thinking about squeezing one of these big time games coming up because they don't fit the bill for me. You know, they don't fit prime time Thursday or Monday. And then I'm like, last time I went to a freaking primetime game on a Thursday night for the Rams, I didn't even make it down to the locker room, so it's not even a guaranteed. So, yeah.
I honestly thought you were going to try and squeeze in Buccaneers.
No offense, but the Buccaneers are off my radar. They're starting to.
Yeah, they're trying to kind of free fall a little bit.
This one is big time. Yeah, for sure. I'm looking forward to Eagles, Chargers. And I forget where Rams Lions is at. Maybe that could be one, but
I think it's in Detroit. Yeah,
never mind.
No,
but yeah,
it's in Rams. What week?
I knew there was some good games so far. Yeah,
that game. Then what week is it?
Or like week 14, 15, maybe.
Damn, the Lions have a tough schedule to end it out. Then because they're facing the Eagles next Sunday night.
Yeah, you got the Packers still, and they got.
The Bears,
play
the Bears one more time.
Listen to yourself, Fernando. You're saying the Bears are now a challenge to the
No. I'm just saying, like the Bears are going to be December 14th. Oh, I might go to that. Oh, but that's Chargers Chiefs at 10 a.m. I don't know. Is that a night game, or is that a 125? Vic, do you know? 125? Yeah. Oh,
lost track.
I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I'm covering Sam Darnold this weekend. I want to see what he's got. But I might take the Hilberto school of journalism. And if he's not good, sorry, Bucko, but you're getting the belt to ass treatment that Hilberto does. So We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm interested to see what happened. I haven't been to a Rams game in a long time, so I'm definitely interested to see 125. Definitely interested to see that. So yeah, I'll be at SoFi for the next 4 weeks. I
Which
can't wait
game?
until I tweet out that I'm at SoFi and Charger fans are like, "Oh, traitor, this that." Like, well, I'm still doing remotely the Chargers and Jaguars game, but then it's the bye week, and then I'll have Raiders and all that. So we'll see. All right. Let's not waste any time. We only have a limited amount of time because Gilbert and Vic will be having a special guest on House of Horns. So we need to get on with the show. Do you have an engagement question today?
I forgot, but if Victor, you want to flash the thing? Okay. Yeah, that's right. Uh, Philadelphia Eagles or the field to represent in the NFC for the Super Bowl LX, I think it is Super Bowl 60 in Santa Clara, February 8th. I know the details here, but let me know. Is it the Eagles or a different team in the NFC? I feel like everybody here will say the field. I think the Eagles are the best team in the NFC right now. But yeah, it's kind of a tough question. I think I'll take
I'll
the
take the
Eagles,
Eagles.
but yeah, I'll take the Eagles, but it's not a hill I want to die on. The thing about the Eagles we're going to talk about right now, they're just so boring. So selfishly, I don't want to watch a boring team, but they're probably going to find their way in.
All right. So should we do Monday Night Football and then bring the guys in, or what do you want to do? Your call.
Yeah, we could do it real quick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, that was if it was a snooze fest and then it was bad decision making after bad decision making. Like, why would you go for it on 4th and 4 or 4th and 6, and then you have them launch it down the field? Like, I just didn't understand what Nick Sirianni was doing. I mean, I know one area of Jalen Hurts that I like is his deep ball throws, but there it was just a bad throw. Like, why wouldn't you throw it more towards the sideline so that he could come down with it? There, it looked like the cornerback was your receiver, and then them going for it on 4th and 1 and then deciding to run it. I was kind of like, what kind of decision making? Alex, don't say that too loud because there's an individual in here that's not very happy about that happening. But yeah, Gilbert, I just didn't understand like some of the decision making at the end. I know that today there is a lot, and we'll get into him, but there is a lot of heat coming towards what's his name? Coming towards
Matt LaFleur.
Matt LaFleur. Deservedly so. I mean, he did mismanage that game. But I wonder, supposedly, Vic, can you take this off real quick? Supposedly you can hear right here. Come on, YouTube, don't do this to me. But you can hear the defensive lineman saying where he thinks they're going to go on this play. Inside zone this way.
It's Jacobs, flag fly.
You could hear the defensive lineman say inside zone this way, and I guess Jacobs were saying that they were way too predictable and all this stuff, and that it was a predictable play. Just my thought was the Eagles are showing you that they'll win in a bar fight, they'll win in a blowout, they'll win in whatever way they want. They are a team just like the Chiefs that have found a way to win. And it's dangerous when you have a team like the Eagles that have found a way to win in any single way. They can run Saquon. It could be Jalen Hurts. It could be the defense. They have found different ways to win, and they showed you last night that, hey, don't forget about us. I know everybody thinks, hey, Kansas City, don't sleep on the 5-4 Chiefs. Mahomes is an MVP. They're going to snap out of it at any time, and they still haven't snapped out of it. So that was just my thought process. And in turn, the Green Bay Packers have shown you if they're not blowing teams out, they can't win in those come from behind games. They have to jump out to the lead, similar to your boy Jared Goff down there in Detroit.
Yeah, the one interesting thing about the Eagles right now, and I'm not gonna knock the way they play football. I'm gonna credit them for how they play football. But
Credit
the
and
one
then
thing that's
crap.
actually interesting is Nick Sirianni. Like, you never know when he's gonna pull a dumbass wild card move. That's the way to phrase it, dumbass wild card move. And when I watched that fourth down play, I'm like, what the hell are you doing here? Like, you were conservative all game plan. Suddenly, when now you want to be aggressive when there's I forgot, like a minute left in the game. That was weird. It seemed like you wanted to blow the game there. But speaking of the conservative game plan, honestly, it worked to perfection. I wrote about how they were just trying to avoid Michael Parsons. They weren't going to give Michael Parsons anything. When he was destroying people on one side of the O line, they run the other way. Oh, Jalen Hurts gets the ball out quickly. Like it was such a good game plan. And I know they were sacrificing points. They were sacrificing playmakers. They were sacrificing a playbook. I get it. The Eagles do not give a crap about style points here. And the plan was working so well that there was maybe 4 minutes left in the ball game. Michael Parsons' name could not be found on the stat sheet. He did nothing in that game. Not a tackle, not a pass defended, zero, silch, nada until 4 minutes left in the game when the game was pretty much out of hand at 10-0.
He had a trip. What do you mean? He tripped Saquon, bro. Saquon would have had a first down. He stuck his fat ass leg out there and he tripped him. That's the only thing I saw. That's the only thing I saw from him.
I forgot he played it on the field. Like I saw him giving handshakes to fans in the crowd. But other than that, I'm like, okay, where's Michael Parsons? So you know what? It was a good game plan, and people were losing their minds when the Eagles settled for a run on 3rd and long from the red zone. We could have taken a shot to the end zone, and they did not do it. But honestly, they just needed 10 points. They needed 7 points in that game to actually do something. The Eagles don't care. And I'll say this, a lot of teams, if you have A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, say the Rams had it with Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams, people would be bitching nonstop about why aren't these guys getting the football. I know A.J. Brown is bitching nonstop, but he was blocking on that Saquon Barkley play when he had a little spin around for 41 yards. It sucks he's not getting his plays. He's making a bunch of money, and he's winning a bunch of ball games, and he has a Super Bowl, 2 Super Bowl appearances. So they're willing to do the dirty work. And I bet you 24 teams out of 32% will not do that. And that's why everybody's complaining about the tush push. Oh, let's get it out the game. You're not willing to do the dirty work. You're not willing to go the extra mile. You're not willing to go attention to detail. They find advantages in so many areas that you're like, oh, crap, they really did that? That's what makes the Eagles great. It's boring. I get it. But hey, and one more thing before we move on, that defense was different. I get that the Packers passing game was terrible and they didn't really attack that secondary, but you still got Quinyon Mitchell, you still got Cooper DeJean. That front is suddenly loaded, Fernando. Nolan Smith Jr. returned. They traded for Jalen Phillips. They have 3 they had 3 interior defensive linemen that could make create plays in the trenches, and Jalen Carter, Jordan Davis, and butcher the guy's name, Ojomomo. I don't know how to Ojomomo. I'll figure it out. But they have 3 guys there. So to me, they're the top of the class right now in the NFC. And
Nakobe Dean just came back.
There you go. And you got 3 linebackers, Jihad Campbell, that's Dan's favorite name, Jihad, and then you got Zach Vaughn. Loaded.
Gilbert, and listen to this. 149 rushes, 579. He's averaging 3.9 yards a carry. That is Saquon Barkley's stats this year.
Yeah.
He's only had 1 game of 100 yards, and it was against the Giants. He had a 150. Other than that, he has not been the same this year.
I think it's a good thing that you're 7-2 and you're saving your best guy for the stretch run.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Well, are you saving him, or is it just not working?
Yeah, let's pretend to save him. Yeah.
Philly media keeps on pointing to they don't have Mekhi Becton, and I'm like, really? Was he that big of a playmaker on that right side that he? Well, yeah, but it's just fascinating to me that they keep on saying that they miss Mekhi, and that's why they're not able to run.
That right side is a little suspect. I'll say that for sure.
And Lane Johnson got hurt yesterday. He did finish the game, but I'm sure that's going to be lingering. All right. Let us bring in the fellas, and this is the first time that we are all here together at the same time.
Daylight outside, and Dan Day was gonna appear.
I know. Let's get in Victor Producer. Vic, how are you doing today?
Good. I went to go see Predator Badlands today, so pretty hyped after seeing that movie. It's really good.
How many? What was that?
What's the last movie you saw in theaters?
Asking me? I don't remember. It must be at least 3 months. So I can't remember, to be honest. That's how bad it is.
Yeah, no. During the season, I I was thinking about that today with Dan. I'm like, what's the last movie that he saw? He's like, I don't remember. Yeah. The one with the kids disappearing. That was probably the last movie. Maybe the last movie that.
Yeah,
week.
Weapons. I saw that at home.
All of a sudden, everybody's like shitting on that movie. I was like, I actually thought it was not. I didn't think it was that bad, but like, people are like crapping all over it. I'm like, what's the big? I was like, whatever. Who cares?
I know you don't care about scary movies that much, Victor, but It or the prequel of It on HBO Max is
Derry something. Welcome to Derry something.
Yeah, it's been decent.
We're forgetting that there's an individual in here.
Yeah, Dan will like that. So.
Yeah, no, I think he's already watched it. We'll ask. Let us bring in an individual who Eric Williams on Sunday tells me what's going on. Like, he sounds pretty fired up, and I'm like, Eric, his team is 7-3 for the first time since 2008. He feels like there's juice. And he's like, well, Fernando, I feel like there's juice behind his voice. There's excitement behind his voice. I don't know if I would have that kind of excitement if my left and right tackle were gone. I was like, Eric, why do you have to do this to this man? But this man is the heart and soul. He is Dan and Dago.
Here we go. I was going to say, I saw the first 2 episodes of Welcome to Derry, and it looked good. The last episode just dropped last night, Sunday?
Yeah, yesterday.
Oh, I still have to check it out.
The first one was really good, and the second two it's slow developing, but I think it's meant for the storyline. As I tell Victor a lot, I hate when it's slow, but it's for the storyline.
Yeah, I hope so, because there's nothing worse than that. Like, I get you have more time and you could spread things out, but no spoilers. But I still haven't seen Pennywise, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? I'm waiting on this. Where is he?
Yeah, no spoilers, but they're really working their way there. It's slowly.
Well, isn't it supposed to be like the origin story? Like
it is.
Yes.
But that's the craziest part to me. It's an origin story, yet you already see like some of the attacks, and I'm kind of like, okay, well, where's the setup then? You know what I mean? Like, but I assume it'll get there eventually. Yeah, because like I'm like, where's Pennywise before he became the clown and everything else? So,
Dan, anything to respond to Eric?
To Eric, why am I going to talk to him? You know what I mean? Like, I have nothing to say. He doesn't wear collared shirts on here, but he wears them with all these other, who the hell they are. I have no idea. On top of that, he's like Gilberto in the sense that he's picking like multiple teams to make sure he doesn't look stupid if he only puts his baskets on one. Because obviously the one that he really is the darling of his eye is the one that's shitting the bed the hardest. So that wouldn't have been good for him. So
he asked you about Eric, not about me, but thank you.
I have nothing. But it's a national media mentality. That's the problem.
That's true.
You guys text each other in your group chats. Who are you rooting for this week? Oh, I'll take this team. You take that team.
The narrative this week.
Exactly. Be a homer. Tell us.
The narrative this weekend is Chiefs at Broncos. I'm sure they're going to be like, Mahomes needs to go in there, and he needs. But we also pick the Broncos.
Mahomes. Why the Chiefs are failing? Oh yeah, your wires are going to cross. So SI's already divided. So I think one guy is saying the Chiefs. This is the Chiefs' division to lose, and all this other stuff. And then you have Gilberto. The Broncos. This looks like 2015. Peyton Manning's back in the backfield.
Wait, so
have you guys seen the odds for all the matchups, the Super Bowl matchups? It's Chiefs, and then it's all the top teams in the NFC. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Dan, do you feel like there's a lot of Jeffrey Tubins when the national media meets?
It is. But they don't get offended. You don't know who that is. Look up the story on Safe Search. Not Safe Search. I'll tell you that. Except the only difference is when they get on those Zoom calls, they don't report it. They get excited and they all start sharing in it together. Because especially when they talk about Mahomes, Sean McVay, who else am I missing? Who else is a darling?
LaFleur. Did you see
LaFleur? Oh, not LaFleur anymore. He's having some problems over there. I saw something today that said he was potentially on the hot seat. And you mentioned that supposedly, what's his name? Oh, that idiot with the hat backwards. Why? Oh, Dan Quinn. You think he's already on the hot seat? Really?
We're gonna get there.
We're gonna get there. Let's next segment.
And to to your point, Dan, I think the national people really want to hype up Seahawks versus Rams because I have not heard a peep about Eagles, Lions, or even Broncos, Chiefs. I don't know where you're getting this from, but everybody's talking about Seahawks, Rams, apparently.
Oh, well, that's because the hard charger, the president of the Know Nothing Club, Mina Kimes, is probably big hype, sending it out there, being like, oh, yeah, my Seahawks, Seahawks.
She works for the Rams, and she's a Seahawks fan. So
she works for the Seahawks?
We're in the Lions
for the Rams.
No,
for the Rams.
Oh, sorry. She works for the – what does she do for the Rams?
She does their pregame for the –
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, wait. For preseason?
Yeah, for preseason.
So that's 2 rules right there broken for journalism ethics.
That's
rooting for an NFL team and then working for an NFL team.
Dude, it just goes to show you they hire these, not just her. I mean, there's plenty of men also, but these idiots, they're not football people. You know what I mean? Like, I can't wait for her to be like, we didn't need Geno, Sam McDonald, or McDonald is the guy. Like,
McDonald.
We're so good.
I'm loving it.
We need to run the football. We need to throw it better.
You need to start Trey Lance in the NFC Championship.
Oh, yeah. And then when she gets called out, it's because I'm a woman. No, it's because
we're moving on. All right, coach is on the hot seat. I think now we're on the hot seat.
I
don't care. I don't care.
We should bring in.
I didn't say anything wrong
about that.
Yeah. Our buddy from Kansas.
All right. Let us start off with the first candidate, the Cleveland Browns head coach, Kevin Stefanski. I will say it is, what are we doing? 1 to 5?
Whatever you want to do, you can do 1 to 5, or you can do it. It's hot, warm, or cold. Whatever.
I'll say it is hot. I think he's had 6 years there, I believe. He's gone through multiple quarterbacks, and it's not his fault. But I think he's kind of at the point now where they're going to get – I think the Browns, and I know Uncle Joe and other people will say they're used to the fuckery, but I will say that for the first time they will clean house because they'll have a top 5 pick, and they're going to go get a new GM, a new head coach. They're going to bring in a new regime to coach this new quarterback that they're going to draft because I don't believe Shador or Dylan Gabriel are going to be the quarterbacks next season. So – I will say that it is hot. Gilbert?
So what was the number, 5?
Oh, I just said hot. Okay. Hot. Well, he said hot, warm, or cold?
Cold.
Hot, warm, or cold. Okay.
Here we go. This is like the trade we were trying to do at the end of last episode where he just could not follow.
Don't get me started. You guys screwed me twice.
No, that's not true. You just couldn't comprehend. It's not my fault. You're doing pre-algebra.
Exactly. If I don't get this team, I'm not going to come back. We pretty much drew a line there, but whatever.
Anyway, what are you talking about?
Essentially, I said.
You said, yeah, you complained.
No, you said. Whatever. Let's not start. That's for later. Yeah, I'm gonna go warm. I guess that's where we're going here. So warm or Stefanski. I just think they love him too much, and this is a joke of a franchise that likes to be complacent. So yeah, they got a 2-time coach of the year. They're not gonna give up on him that easily. So they don't care if they lose in another season. This is remember when Hugh Jackson, was complaining that they're tanking, like this. They somehow mentally destroy coaches, and if Stefanski wants to come back, they're gonna let him come back. But if I'm Stefanski, I'd be like, you know what, I quit. This money is not worth it. I'll find a different job here. So I could see that happening, but I'm gonna say warm right now, not hot.
Dan, for you, it's shit can or keep. So
I think they'll keep him. I mean, to me, this job and the Arizona job are so similar in the sense
who should be the quarterback.
Oh, Shador. Daddy is. Oh, that's why. Maybe I'll switch to shit can and then Daddy's coming home to Ohio, but we'll see. But no, I think they keep him really realistically more than anything because I see this job similar to Arizona. I don't want to say it's a death trap, but I mean, it's not a very sought after job. The franchise clearly has a lot of problems. And on top of that, I don't know how many people would want this job, really, even if it opened up. So I think it's probably slim pickings, and they've at least seen what it could be with Kevin Stefanski in the sense of I think he was the one who won the playoff game against the Steelers with Baker Mayfield and everything else. But I don't think the draft pick being top 5 necessarily matters, I guess, maybe in the league. Because, I mean, you've already seen Brian Daboll get a high pick, and he's fired after he had that high pick in the same season. Tennessee Titans, same thing. So
what I was saying by the high pick is that if you're going to draft a quarterback, don't make the same mistake that the Bears made.
Oh, of course. Logically, that's another one.
They fired him. They kept Brian Daboll. Now they fired him. Like, when you have a franchise-altering selection, don't let that happen. Like, in a sense, the Patriots screwed Drake May because Drake May could have picked up some bad habits last year. But at least Mike Vrabel's come in and he's kind of eased all that stuff. But that's what I mean. Like, if you have a top pick like this, you need to be able to do that. But
I forgot about that. I will interrupt
the other Vic.
No, but sorry. Oh. Yeah.
You're done.
No, he's
Shut
done.
Up, idiot. Yeah. No, I was just gonna say, that's fine.
Sorry, Dan.
It's okay. It's his fault, not yours.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's hot, and I think part of it too is he's 5-26 the last 31 games. I thought they were in lockstep with the GM, but then I think we talked about it last week. He gave up play calling. When you start doing that, that means he knows it's the end of the road for him. And I'm with Gilbert. If they don't fire him, he's gonna resign because it's just a shit show. And they have 2 first-round picks, so they're gonna trade up if their guy is up there. My biggest issue with this draft is going to be that the quarterback's not going to be there. Everybody's going to wait till the 27 draft because that's when all these hot shot quarterbacks are going to come out. So, I mean, it's nice that they have a couple of first round picks, but if I'm Kevin Stefanski, if they don't fire him, he should just resign.
What's his name was saying? Daniel Jeremiah was saying the other day on, I think it was Rich Eisen's show, that he likes the kid out of Alabama more than he does the kid out of Indiana.
Wow.
So
both of them don't have what the Bill Parcells rule, where they haven't played enough games, and that's the issue.
That's why I was telling, and again, Tyler Dragon and I have these like fights where I always beat him, but he thinks that he knows. I told him Dante Moore is gonna stay. He's like, Dante Moore's not gonna stay. He's gonna come out in the draft. I was like, that kid is gonna stay. That kid, like, he was mentored by Jerome Bettis when he was first deciding where to go to college. He's smart. He's gonna be smart about this, and he's gonna stay. He's not staying. I was like, I'll place a wager on that one. I'll show Ohtani. I'll place a wager allegedly.
No, you're a translator.
Yeah, exactly. All right,
do it.
Let's go to the next one. Zach Taylor of the Cincinnati Bengals. By the way, the fact that they're going on with this sham of here goes Joe Burrow to practice and I want to help my team out, and I just don't think it's going to work, but whatever it is, I think Zach Taylor's gone after this year. I think it's very hot. I think Zach Taylor's had enough time there. He had a Super Bowl year, and ever since then, they haven't been able to do much with it. They've given up having a great defense to pay their offense, and that's kind of backfired on them. They can't stop anybody. Like a certain individual said, this makes a former coach that we have covered, his defense look like it was a steel curtain. So it's really bad right now in Cincinnati, and I feel like they're going to need a change. Hell, now you have shows saying, well, what if they trade Joe Burrow in the offseason? And I'm like, what, like, are we at that point now? So I think it's really, things are going bad in Cincinnati, and I just wonder, again, I will stick with what I've said. I think it'll be the Joe Brady, the OC from the Buffalo Bills, that gets the first call about this job because he used to be with Joe Burrow. But Gilbert.
Yeah, I won't go hot. I'm gonna go warm. It's another crappy franchise that gets complacent. One thing that, let's not underestimate is, like, whenever a crappy organization finds something like, oh, this is actually not bad, they want to hold on to it for a long time. That's what you're seeing also too with Joe Shane and the Giants, where they fired the head coach. And I was reading that John Mara just likes that Joe Shane is more organized and more up to date and more modern. That's your reason for keeping the guy. What the hell are we doing here? Same thing with Kevin Barry in Cleveland. And it's not Zach Taylor's fault that Duke Tobin can't draft defensive players. Like, there should be more pressure on him. So if Zach Taylor's out, it better be Duke Tobin too. They don't even have a real GM there because Mike Brown wants to have his dirty paws and everything. So yeah, I don't have any sympathy for Cleveland or Cincinnati. These two franchises in Ohio are just crappy. So I say, and one thing about Zach Taylor, I think it kind of helped him that when he ditched Jake Browning for Joe Flacco and the offense picked up, it's like, see, I know how to coach offense. You got to keep me. You paid T. Higgins, you paid Jamar Chase, you got Joe Burrow. I know how to coach offense, and that's half the battle right there. And I think Mike Brown and Duke Tobin would take that all day. So I'll go warm here, but if they go full clean house, that's probably the right way to go. Like Dan and Diego and myself could coach, Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, and Jamar Chase on offense. Like, we'll hire the best DC and we'll do better than Zach Taylor. So just find somebody who's able to be a CEO on both sides of the football. Like, you don't need to go for Fernando's guy, Joe Brady. Like, honestly, what if Zach Taylor's a better offensive mind than Joe Brady, but then he's not a good CEO? Like, that's the thing to me. You got to get somebody who could go both sides. So if they do fire Zach Taylor, you better find somebody who can manage both sides.
Well, it just feels like Joe Burrow's the one running that organization lately, so that's why I went that route. Vic,
I'm gonna say it's warm or cool, because as you guys said, Mike Brown is too cheap. Unless he's not gonna fire somebody, unless he's gonna let the contract run out before he goes and gets a new coach. So I'm just gonna say warm or cold.
Dan?
Warm and crappy. That's what somebody said.
Yeah, that was funny. I was going to say the same thing. I think it really depends on the candidates out there, especially because, Joe Burrow's hurt and out for the season, I think, again. So, I mean, that's the other thing. When do we start? Okay, that doesn't mean anything. He can practice all he wants. What is he have a potential to come back or no?
Supposedly Thanksgiving.
Yeah, who knows? But, but my whole thing is, when are we going to start to ask questions about Joe Burrow also? Because, I mean, I'm pretty sure he's missed games. I don't know how many seasons in a row. So that's the other thing.
Does your guy miss games, Dan?
No, because he's a dog. He's a thug. He's only missed a couple games one year because they really tried to kill him that year. But even then, he resisted and tried to survive, but he just couldn't that year. But
does your guy won a playoff game, though?
Oh, really? That's what we're talking about? Well, since then, where's he? Where's Joe Burr, the guy with the cool photo from the snow beating the Chiefs?
Burr hasn't played in 3 years, and he's still done more than Justin Herbert in his career.
Oh, pissed off. But, that's my whole thing. Like, I don't know when we're going to start talking about Justin Herbert
won't jump on this show.
It's my problem. That's the problem. He sees everything. He's like Santa Claus. He sees everything when you're sleeping. He checks the list twice, and you screwed us. He'll come on. What's up?
No, he likes Dan and I. Remember what happened at that LA Super Bowl?
I'm not here.
He came up to Dan. He's like, "Hey, nice to meet you. I'm Justin."
We have a better chance of getting Madison beer than we do.
I'm all for that.
I don't know.
No one cares about you. No one cares about you. You don't play chess. You're not intellectual. No, you're booted. It's just me and her. We'll just do it together, and we'll turn off the camera, but we'll see. But no, but that's what I was gonna say. I think it really depends what candidates are out there because again, they're gonna linger on kind of like Gilberto says. What have you done for me lately? It's kind of been good. You've had the star quarterbacks hurt and stuff like that, so they'll find an excuse to keep them probably.
Next, we have Raheem Morris of the.
I was surprised about this one. How many years is he into his? Like, it's only 2
years.
This
is his second season.
That's crazy.
So the reason why I'll say cold, because I do understand the negatives when it comes to him. You've spent a first-round draft pick on. You have no first-round draft pick this year because you traded it to the Rams to go get an edge rusher. Michael Penix has kind of been really up and down. He has some good moments. He had some bad games. Bijan Robinson went from MVP to now, like, where is he? Like, Algier got more of the touchdowns and more of the carries in Berlin. So that was a question. And then some of the mismanagement stuff at the end of that game was just really rough. And I'm really wondering how much have they really progressed. It just looks like they're the same stale organization. Didn't they get blown out by the Panthers at one point?
Yeah, they played them again this week.
And that's 40 points.
Yeah, and it's just been kind of a weird sequence when it comes to them. And again, I don't think they'll fire him because they're going to be like, oh, he only has a year and a half in. let's see what he's got. But I definitely think that there are some questions being asked in that organization. Vic?
Yeah, the reason we started talking about doing this segment was because of Raheem Morris. And it was funny because we brought it up on the betting show. And as you mentioned, I think part of it has to do with the fact that you spent that first round pick. So I'm going to say hot. I think the other thing is that he's the one that chose Zach Robinson. And so that's going to be the thing. I think they're going to start looking, and don't be surprised if they do fire him.
Gilbert?
Yeah, I'll go caliente here, or hot, and so hot. But yeah, it sounded weird. But if they fire Raheem Morris, they better fire also the GM, Terry Fontenot. Fontenot, hopefully I'm not butchering his name. He's the one that
He's about to be fired, according to you.
Huh?
Who cares? He's about to be fired, according to you.
Well, we'll see. But he's the one that paid Kirk Cousins. He's the one that wanted Michael Penix Jr. So yeah, both of these guys better be a pairing there. And then you mentioned, Fernando, when you have Tyler Algier doing a lot more than Bijan Robinson in the fourth quarter of a close game, that tells you your offense is not very good. And no knock on Algier, but when you're a thumper, it's easier just to give the ball to a thumper. Like, come on, go to work, man. Just put your head down and get some yards here. There's no creativity for Bijan. Bijan is a guy who needs to, a good scheme. And I know I'm not saying Bijan can't run between the tackles. He's pretty good at it, but there's no creativity there. It seems like it's just, okay, Michael Penix Jr., just play YOLO ball with Drake London and then figure it out from there. They tried moving Zach Robinson from the booth to the field. It's still been pretty up and down. And, I like Raheem Morris. I like Zach Robinson. I got to know them, covering the Rams there. But again,
there it is. It all circles back. All roads lead back to the Rams.
But there is a lot of pressure, and it's unfortunate. I always say I like to give head coaches 3 years, unless you're just crappy at it like Brian Callahan and you need to be out. You need to be one and done. But for the most part, you would think they will get a third season, but they're not because of the pressure. You gave up a first-round pick. You have Bijan. You even spend the first-round pick on Kyle Pitts, Drake London, Michael Penix Jr., James Pierce Jr., Jalen Walker. You have so much invested on this roster, and you're 3-6, and your first-round pick next year is heading to LA, which is potentially a top 10 pick. Yeah, see you later. You're fired.
And they got an extra third-round pick from the Rams because of the hiring of Raheem Morris. So, the Rams got a third and a first from the Falcons. So
they, they chose Raheem Morris over Bill Belichick. So that's an interesting.
Still the better decision there. Let's not get carried away. There.
Well, no, you don't know that. You don't know that. Yeah, you don't know that.
Belichick stinks right now. Come on.
Yeah, but college football is a lot different than NFL.
I get it, but he's gonna bring that freaking girlfriend of his and ruin everything.
That was before we knew all that. Who knows? In the ATL, maybe he would have gone to go get some wings at some establishment that
Magic City.
Oh yeah, what's his name? What's the basketball player name with the wife and the girlfriend and all that?
Lou Will.
Yeah. Lou Will, an establishment. He loves to go for wings during lockdowns and everything, or
how
whatever.
Are you gonna tell me?
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't that. Who was the
Maybe
one
of the fine ladies at that establishment?
No, it was Lou Will.
But it was during the bubble, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, it was during the bubble. Wings. He went to his grandmother's funeral, and he ended up going to
strip club in Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gilbert, does this not motivate you?
Everybody differently.
Oh no, where are we going?
Does this not motivate you?
Coming right down to the wire. We had our chances to make it a little more space than we had, but in the end, all right, it's a damn good win all the way around. All right, we keep building on that one. We got the 3 games in North Carolina now, so this is the heart of our schedule. We need to play our best football, have our best week of practice, play our best football on Saturday. All right, get ready to get weight here. Get ready to get weight. All right, but let's keep grinding now. We can't stop. We got to keep grinding, keep getting better. All right, keep believing in ourselves, believe in the process. All right, let's make it 3 in a row.
PTSD for Dan.
I was about to say he's never.
What's that wake? What is?
I don't know. Maybe that's their slogan. But that's never been him though. He's never
right.
Been
he's not a rah-rah guy.
He's never been the rah-rah guy. Like that's not him. Yeah, that's the problem.
I know we would need to move on, but I thought there's been some good in terms of if we see Bill Belichick again, and I know the Giants job is open, and I just wonder whether or not you talked about John Mara makes the call to Bill Belichick, right? Just because he won those Super Bowls there, right? But someone said
My bad.
Yeah, someone said if you're gonna offer him the job, and maybe that's the reason Joe Shane is still there. And they have the quarterback already there, so does that make sense, or where do they go if you're the Giants?
I don't know, but they're even interviewing Antonio Pierce. That tells you they don't know what the hell they're doing.
I wouldn't doubt that. There was talk about North Carolina doing his $1 million buyout or whatever. So I wouldn't doubt that Bill's just kind of doing this to stay fresh and young. I think he's trying to do what he used to do with Bill O'Brien and some of these guys. The only difference is he doesn't have his buddy Nick Saban to send his coaches who need to go to rehab. He doesn't have them there anymore. So he had to go do it on his own over here in North Carolina. So I wouldn't doubt that he tries to jump back in the NFL. I think Raheem Morris is safe. So it's barely year 2, and it's kind of a cluster over there with the quarterback who still is yet to figure it out. So I'll say he gets at least one more.
Nice of you.
Yeah, they passed up on the greatest head coach of all time. So what are we even doing?
All right. Let us go with Jonathan Gannon, Gilberto's guy, Jonathan Gannon from the Arizona Cardinals. It's like Dan says, who's going to want to go there? I'll go cold. I think they're going to give him a new quarterback. Wow. I think they're going to they're going to say that the defense is improved, even though they just got shellacked by the Seattle Seahawks.
Go Hawks.
I think they're going to say, yeah, exactly. I think they're going to say that they've improved. I think they're going to try and give Jonathan Gannon one more year, and they're going to bring him a new quarterback. And I think Kyler Murray is gone. So I definitely think that this is I think this is cold. Gilbert?
I say caliente. Yeah, like it's been a miserable.
Last time I took them until a week after the Super Bowl to hire somebody.
Yeah.
Nobody wanted this job.
I get that, and if they lose Kyler Murray, even Kyler Murray, if he's on, there's no value with Kyler Murray. But you're not gonna have Kyler Murray, so you have no quarterback. You do have Marvin Harrison Jr., you do have Trey McBride, and you have a left tackle in Paris Johnson Jr. So that's 3 core guys right there. Defensively, you're starting to turn it around, but same thing with we're talking about with Zach Taylor. He can't coach defense. Jonathan Gannon can't coach offense. So you got to have some kind of balance here. The whole shoving of DeMarcado is a bad look too. I'm sure that's going to linger in the minds of people. Maybe he lost the locker room already. I know when Brissett beat the Cowboys, that talk kind of died down. But I'm sure people don't want to play hard for Jonathan Gannon after what happened with Tennessee, after what happened with DeMarcado, the whole mix-up. The thing with Gannon, he just took forever to react with the stagnant offense. You see Dan Campbell saying hey, John Morton, you're my guy and all, and you just got here, but give me the freaking play calling. You're not good at it. We're going to fix it here. Coaches are just too slow to react. Same thing with Raheem Morris and Zach Robinson, his boy, too slow to react. Jonathan Gannon, too slow to react. You should have pulled the plug on Kyler Murray heading into this year. Last year, we all saw it. Kyler Murray wasn't good. And then you go into the season saying he's a guy. So to me, I can't get over that. You ruined the offense. You shoved the guy. You're having a disaster year 3. You're supposed to get better in year 3. So I'm sorry. See you later.
Vic?
Yeah, I'm with Gilbert. It's time to move on. It's time to bring in someone new. And he's supposed to be a defensive guy, and they've been ranked 30th, 31st, and 32nd the last 3 seasons. It's like if you bring in somebody to be a defensive guy and they suck at it, what's the purpose? He hasn't done the job. So, and like Gilbert says, either be the CEO or be the defensive coordinator. You can't be both. And the reason you brought him in was because of his defense, and they've sucked at defense the last 3 years. So it's enough time. You've given them 3 seasons and things haven't gotten better.
Dan?
Yeah, I would tend to agree, but again, I think it really just depends on who the candidates are, if they put out any feelers. I was going to say I would love someone put a comment in here. I would love to see Anthony Lynn get another chance. I thought he was kind of, put in a shitty spot, but we don't need – that's a story for another day. But yeah, I think Arizona is a place where a lot of old people like to go to retire. Maybe North Carolina isn't it for him and he comes out. Hey. I think it just really depends who you're going to attract, because again, you basically got Gannon, in my humble opinion, as a last resort, because I didn't hear anyone really interviewing for the job, or except the Stanford coach, where I forgot what Rooney rule they complied with.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, NFL teams, I'll start that business. I'll be your Rooney Rule guy. Just send me out there and pay me a couple $100. I'll go interview. But so it's going to be interesting to see. I mean, I don't expect too much out of Arizona.
But by the way, Mike Kafka is part Puerto Rican, so it matters now when you put it out there.
So
Kafka interviewed for it too, or what?
No,
he's interviewing for a head coaching job probably in the offseason. But it's just like you see Dave Canales get the job because he's part Mexican.
He's the interim head coach for the Giants, and he took over for Brian Daboll.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Who do you believe more, Mike McDaniel or him?
it comes out for a reason. It does actually help out a little bit.
I was waiting for Mike McDaniel to be like, "Oh yeah, I'm black from the waist down."
Are you kidding me? The media would have melted, dude. They would have been so pissed.
All right. Let us go now to Dan Quinn.
This one's crazy to me. I find this one hard to
look.
believe.
I'll say no. I'll say no
Yeah.
because or cold. I'll say cold. I think they're gonna say this was a freak year.
Yeah.
Jaden Daniels has been injured. They haven't really gotten anything going. But I will say that this team is very old. Their defense is very old.
Yeah.
Their defense is relying on a lot of old players. And I get it. Last year, Dan Quinn kind of came in. He did the whole plug and play. Let's come in. Let's try and win. They did. They made it to the NFC Championship, and then they ran into Fernando's Eagles. Gilberto's Commanders ran into Fernando's Eagles, and it was like a buzzsaw. So
he laughed at you now. Don't forget.
I know he really did though.
An NFC title game where you're going to get your point there, okay, Fernando. So you get half a point.
I get a full point. I told you.
The NFC title game, you did not expect that at all.
Blow them out. I expected it, Dan.
Yeah, he did. He did. I expected
Whatever.
it. I knew because I had listened.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I Mahul. Indians count as half blacks. I definitely but I definitely I think that I don't think there's conversations that are going to be had, because I think they like Jaden Daniels. I think they like what Cliff Kingsbury has brought. I'd be surprised if there's any changes there, but I definitely think that they need to get younger on defense, and they need to surround him with better weapons. Terry McLaurin, there was a reason why they didn't want to pay him. They were like, hey, who knows what would happen. As soon as they pay him, he starts getting injury prone and he's missing games. So I'm interested to see what they're going to do with him. But I think his seat is his cold. Gilbert.
Yeah, I'm with you. It's very cold here. They almost threw this guy a parade for getting this team in the playoffs last year. So
did you.
Yeah.
No, he literally did. He said they were going to smoke the Eagles. And Frau, do you remember who the Eagles?
I was the only person that called this team going to the NFC title game. Okay, I had
halfway through the year.
You
had them going to the Super Bowl and beating the Chiefs.
Exactly. You change your team 100 times, you're bound to get one right.
At the time, nobody saw that coming. Anyways,
50 free agents that the Chargers could target.
Yeah. I got 5 out of the 50. I was right.
I got it right. But yeah, no, Brian Daboll is gonna stick around. Honestly, I'm gonna keep crapping on GMs.
Dan Quinn. Who are you talking about?
Dan Quinn.
Wow, you're a racist. Not all whites look alike, dude. What's wrong with you?
Dan Quinn. But I'm gonna crap on Adam Peters. Another old guy. Adam Peters is the one that wanted Deebo Samuel. He's the one that got Lermington. So he's the one that gave up all the draft capital. This is not Dan Quinn's fault that he got no help for the defense and he got crappy Deebo Samuel. So yeah, cold.
Deebo Samuel, my God. The only good game that he's had, and it was against the Chargers.
Don't even
Vic.
I'm gonna say it's warm, and I say this just because Cliff Kingsbury's there.
Gilbert, you said cold or hot?
Yeah, he said cold. Yeah, he said cold.
My bad.
And the reason I say that is because Cliff Kingsbury's there, and I just feel like if they decide, hey, the defense is to blame for, and it's Dan Quinn's fault, like even though, like Gilbert just said, like the GM was the one that brought in all those people, somebody's gonna take the fall here for what happened this season, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's Dan Quinn, because you can move away from him. Like I said again, if you're a defensive guy and the reason you're losing games is because your defense is terrible, they're gonna blame Dan Quinn for it. And the fact that you have Cliff Kingsbury there, whose offense is actually doing well, they might keep him because he's a former coach, and then get rid of Dan Quinn and bring in a defensive guy. So just something to keep in mind going forward.
Yeah, that's a really bad defense, by the way, and they're not getting talked about because the Cowboys and Bengals are much worse, which just tells you a lot.
Dan,
I'm trying to think of who the previous coach was. Was it Rivera? No, it was someone.
Yeah, Ron
before
Rivera.
Yeah.
Oh, it was Rivera and then Quinn?
Yeah.
friend of the show.
I know. I was about to say, why did hold on now? He stood me up, so I wasn't happy about that.
No. But recently we reconnected.
I'm glad. I'm glad we rekindled our passions together. That's great.
We should get Lyndon Rivera to coach a team and they'll be friends of the show, both guys. So Lyndon Rivera, Anthony Lynn and Rivera, co-head coaches in the NFL. I'm for that.
That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
What?
Coaches.
That's the only way they'll get a job again.
Why wouldn't you? No, Rivera could get a DC job. Go get a DC job.
Fine,
and
Lynn could be the head
yourself.
coach and Rivera could be the DC.
Yeah, Lynn's the one who, again, I'm not trying to rehash, ancient history, but I think he got kind of the short end of the stick. But, again, I don't think he's on the hot seat. They're going to point to, look what we did last year. We made it to the NFC title game. We can turn it around type thing. I don't know what's up with Jaden Daniels this year. He's missed a couple games. I don't know what's up with him. I don't know if it's the who was the one? What was Lamar's injury that everybody thought?
Allegedly, he's dating a basketball player at USC. So
they're related.
Distracted.
Who?
Huh?
Who's related?
I thought they were related. Jaden Daniels and Juju.
No, so people think that they're dating.
Who cares? His mom is like all over it, so I guess we'll see. But and then you have Magic Johnson in the building, who's infectious with energy. Energy. Can you guys relax? It's not the '80s. We're not talking about Freddie Mercury over here.
All right, let's move on to the next thing.
Okay.
All right. Dan,
I've been waiting for this one. Oh, it's on fire. He can't even sit down on the damn thing. I think they haven't shit canned him yet, just because they don't want to, screw someone over with interim job and stuff like that. I think they're going to fire him at the end of the season. I think it was good. I think the first season, and then it's quickly plummeted after. When you're bad at offense and you have some pretty good skill players on there, that's a big problem. I know you got to throw in some Moen who, is fighting to stay alive and awake out there, but that's a different story. But, that's just, again, and then again, to me, I don't know who was behind the re-signing, but that was just such a bad move to sign to that extension, which, I mean, they're going to pay for dearly pretty soon. Like,
dude, looking at the score of the Dolphins and the Bills, I thought, Tua must have had a good game.
No,
15-21, 173, 2 picks, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
it was
no, like
the one that destroyed them.
Dude, his. I don't know who's worse, his resigning or Kyler Murray's resigning. I think it's going to be pretty bad. So,
I think Dan's excited for number 9. Number 9.
I think he's gone. I think he's gone.
I
hope he comes and be my offensive coordinator. I would want that. Come be my offensive coordinator.
I have a question. Gilbert, did you write about the Tua Kyler Murray trade places?
I did. I said just trade places and call it a day.
Yeah, I kind of like that.
Yeah, I'm not saying they're gonna do anything, but like,
could you imagine he gets distracted by a video game, let alone if they send him to Miami?
Yeah, but like Victor was saying,
he's gonna learn a lot about Cuban history, and obviously I'm talking about.
If you read the story, they're just a bridge quarterback, like, and then maybe a long shot there, Daniel Jones. Who the hell knows? But like,
I'm gonna tell you this:
the draft pick in 26 when their quarterbacks are not that good. And these guys have massive contracts. I might as well just roll it out for one more year.
I agree, but if I want a bridge quarterback, I'm gonna go find a Cooper Rush, Brissett. I'm gonna find someone who's serviceable, who's costing me under $1 million. Like, I don't understand why I would sign a bridge quarterback for more than $5 million. I don't understand that. I'd rather invest it in the team.
I bet you Kyler Murray gets a starting job somewhere else. Like, he has more value than Tua, I think.
Well, because he's
going to be a Raider.
And he's not trying.
He's going to be a Jet. My guess is Jet.
That up because the betting market already, the biggest odds is that Kyler Murray ends up as a Raider.
I don't think that would work well. I think
I would like to see Kyler with Mike.
Dan, who would you rather have, Geno or Kyler Murray?
Oh, I guess the mental midget, but that's not by a lot. I think they're both bad, but I just think again, like Brady's gonna walk day one into the facility, see him hooked up to some Call of Duty game in the training room or whatever.
You mean Brady's gonna go like this? Where's our quarterback? I'm right here. Where?
Yeah, he can't find him. But then on top of that, he's gonna break the TV screen saying, "Why is this not on film?" I'm not, I don't think. I think when it comes to the quarterback, I'd assume Brady's involved, but I mean, who knows? But I just don't think that would. I don't think Pete would work well with him. I think Gino is at least a good soldier, probably, and does what he says. But this guy, like, his biggest problem is he thinks he's playing Appalachia State still out in Oklahoma.
I would have loved to have had Urban Meyer and Kyler Murray together at an NFL team.
What
if
a
he
shit
kicked, if he allegedly kicked what's his name and said this is how you make field goals, and then he like kicks. Like, can you imagine what he would have done to Kyler Murray?
Oh my
God. Dan, we're all good with moving on. I mean, Dan kind of broke it down with Mike McDaniel.
Fire the guy, yeah.
Good job, Dan.
You're welcome.
Let's move on to the next. D'Amico Ryan's cold, very cold. The only problem is what happened with the OC. Why did you have to fire him? Like, what was the mess there? But their defense is still good. They're still winning games. I don't think I really don't think they make the playoffs, to be honest. So, but I think they're going to give them 1 year to kind of because this is.
I think it's
playoffs. No,
stop it. Stop talking. I'm going to be like that one coach who was frustrated. Stop asking about the playoffs, dude.
No, it's his third year, isn't it?
Crappy franchise before you got there.
This is his third year, but he made the playoffs and won a playoff game his first 2 seasons.
He shit himself when he had to go to Arrowhead.
Yeah, so
then the 12th man.
So I think that I think his seat is very cold. I think they like him. I think they like what he brings. I think him and CJ get along. I think that going from Deshaun Watson and the mess that was all that, this has been a breath of fresh air for that organization, and I think they like the kind of human being that D'Amico Ryans is, and I think it's ice cold. Gilbert?
I was about to say, speaking of Deshaun Watson, that tells you everything you need to know about the Browns. The Browns aren't doing anything.
Yeah, how's Kevin Berry still employed? But yeah, anyways.
Andrew Berry.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Is it Andrew Berry? Well, it's in Kevin
Andrew Berry.
Strawberry. Send him to the field.
You mixed up Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Berry's name.
Yeah, Andrew Berry. But yes, I'm with you. Cole, do you want to playoff game? Let's not forget how bad Houston was before they got there. So that's all.
Well, they weren't that bad. They were making the playoffs with Deshaun Watson, but everything that
I'm talking about when he got caught with the.
No, that is true. Yeah.
There was a period there. Remember they had
no, but he didn't get caught there. He got caught when he was in Cleveland.
No, remember it was like a 3 year.
It was in. It was that like 1 year. Remember he was hurt, and all that happened was during that year he was hurt. Yeah.
The last year that
Davis Mills was the quarterback.
Oh yeah, because everybody was pissed because the Falcons and other teams were trying to trade for him. They're like, "How could you trade for a quarterback that's under investigation?"
It took like 2 years to get that settled, and the second he got cleared, there was a whole freaking line of suitors for him, which is weird and disgusting. But yeah. Remember Lovie Smith? There was another guy who went one and done. There was like 3 years in a row. They went like
I loved
15 or 4 or whatever the hell it is.
I loved what's his name? Who was the Steve Wilkes when he was the interim for the Panthers, and they didn't even interview him for the head coaching job, and then he wins the last game screwing.
Yeah, that was Lovie Smith too. But who was the old guy who took over for Lovie that was like just there to fill in for a year? I forgot his name. He was the nicest guy, but he had no clue how to run a franchise. It was after
they
Lovie
hired
Smith.
him from the Ravens, right? He was like the special teams
like
coordinator
some
or something.
guy who was it was time to get a job, and they gave it to him, and he got fired within a year.
Yeah.
But anyways, very cold.
Yeah.
Anybody else want to add anything?
I would just say this. I like what Brett Gardner said. I think it's more on the GM just because of what they've done to that offensive line. Yeah. And
Stop it.
And I think part of it too. The reason I put this name in here too was because he's got to get the OC right. If he doesn't hit the OC, whether he keeps Nick Gailey there or he decides, hey, it's time for me to move on and bring someone else. We've seen Todd Bowles be able to hit. He's 3 for 3 on hitting on offensive coordinators. So he needs to like go talk to Todd Bowles about picking an OC because he's so far, D'Amico Ryans, it's 0 for 2.
Agreed. All right, let's move on to the next one. Pete Carroll. The Raiders.
This one surprised me too.
Who's not going to be happy about this?
You know what? That's why he refuses to come on the show and wear a collared shirt. That's why. Because you guys keep disrespecting his GOAT and his favorite coach that he's ever covered.
His GOAT's too old.
Who's too old? Don't make fun of Eric's age. He has plenty of pep in his step.
Can I start this one? Like, fire the guy. He's too old. Like,
okay,
that's crazy.
Way too old.
Can I
go ahead?
Yeah,
go ahead.
I've been waiting. There's a reason. I hit this one's hot, right?
Yeah.
Like we know that the Raiders talent is not there, right? We understand that. And you have a 73-year-old coach trying to, if you're gonna rebuild, he's the wrong person to do it. Go hire a young guy, start over. It's either have him retire, just say, hey, this season has told me that I probably, I'm done coaching and I need to go and spend time teaching at USC, go back to what I was doing before. I understand that he wanted to give it one more try just because of what happened with the Seahawks, but this season has shown that, hey, the game has kind of passed him by. It's time for him to kind of move on. And it's time for the Raiders just to be like, hey, we need to do this the right way. We need to go and hire a young guy, maybe a Jesse Minter type guy, where I'm not saying that he's the one that they're going to go and get, but I'm saying either an young offensive mind or a young defensive mind. Be ahead of the curve here. Do a Sean McVay type of guy where the Rams were ahead of the curve in 2017. Go and hire that and let him build it with John Spytek. And I just think that's the reason this seat is hot. And then my biggest issue with him this year was the whole JPJ thing. The fact that he was your best offensive lineman and you were putting him in a competition this season and then you lose him for the season. And now you're like, well, we're just going to play the young guys now. And it's like, it's just been mishandled this year.
And that kid's a young guy too. He's only a 2-year veteran.
Yeah.
I'll say cold. I think they're going to give him one more year. John Spytek is going to want to keep him. I think they're going to try it one more year, and they're going to try and I don't think I don't know if it's the right move or not.
Left is having a stroke.
I just don't know if it's the right move or not because we haven't seen they're still fighting. They're still in games. I mean, the Broncos
they lost 35-0 to the Chiefs not too long ago.
And the Colts got blown out by the Colts.
That horrendous offense on Thursday Night Football. That was atrocious.
No, I get that, but I'm saying I feel like they're going to show them respect.
Kelly.
They're going to show them respect, and I think if they shit can anybody, it's Chip Kelly, and they're going to keep Pete, and they're going to be like, all right, Pete, we'll give you one more year.
Fernando, I really hope that you're wrong, but you know what? I'll say maybe you're right because that will be 3 coaches essentially one and done.
You're paying a bunch of coaches.
Yeah, it's bad luck. Maybe that's why they won't.
Are they still paying Gruden, even though he won his case? I think against the NFL.
Has to,
why'd you giggle? No. I still watch his videos. He has some good stuff up there.
His contract, I think, ends after this year. I think it was, right. He signed it in 2016. It was a 10-year contract. So
yeah, that's pretty long.
Oh yeah,
and the NFL just settled with him. I believe. Maybe not.
No, they're still going.
No, it's still going, but he had won.
I think it was approved to go to court or something.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what the NFL did not want.
Well, yeah, I think he's going to win his case. But
here goes the one. Oh wait, no, it's the next.
He supposedly. Well, I didn't get a chance to say anything about Pete Carroll, but okay, that's fine. Just cut me off. That's fine. That's what we do here. Pick it up. That's fine. Just go. I don't want to hear him complain. I have plenty of thoughts, but
Dan, I would like to hear your thoughts. What do you think?
No, it's okay. I'll just hang on to him.
No, start with Dan here with the next 2 because honestly, these 2 are for him.
Yeah, that's what I want to know. These next 2. Dan, Mike Tomlin, what do you think?
Mike Tomlin, in all honesty, I think the sun has flown high, and I think the sun is setting. Per my source, just some interesting stories about things in Pittsburgh. Because I don't know if you know this, I got a Pittsburgh guy. Wow. I'm a journalist over here. I got my sources. And I think the biggest problem is just either the players are not responding to him anymore, or he has the wrong people around him. And I don't know which is right, because, talking to my source who's very close to the situation.
All right, shut the hell up and go.
I want to know who it is.
No, I'm not going to tell you. I never give up sources. I'm a good journalist.
Wow.
Ask
All right,
Eric.
go.
I have my shirt. But just talking about it, we were talking about the game and stuff like that. And, kind of one of the biggest things that jumped out to him was there's not really a pride in kind of the Steeler way. The culture's kind of deteriorating a little bit and things like that. And, I couldn't agree more with him. And it's like that is happening because of one of two things. Either he has hired the wrong people, or sorry, three things. He's brought in the wrong people, or he's kind of losing that magical, mythical touch. And all he is now is kind of like a meme of, slightly above mediocre, because he at least gets in the playoffs and has winning records. And I think really you need a fresh start. He's been there, I think, one of the longest tenured coaches for 20 years. And personally, I think John Harbaugh is probably going to be on that same boat pretty soon. I think,
according to Gilbert.
Well, no, I'm sure that's one of his guys too. He loves Lamar. Lamar's the greatest quarterback ever. He wins MVPs. How exciting!
The Ravens have done a lot more than the Steelers have in the last 5 years.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, so I think,
have they won any rings, Dan?
No, they haven't.
Both have one each.
Yeah, but okay, we're not talking about that right now. But the biggest thing I think the Steelers need to do as an organization now is start going through their process of the potential successor, because they cannot mess this up. Because in all honesty, I think the Steelers are probably, arguably the greatest franchise, because they've had 3 coaches in 60 years. And I think that really speaks volumes to the people making decisions there. I know on the outside, I'm jealous of it because I've had too many coaches over that same life or time span. So, I think 100% his seat is hot, and it's getting close to the end in the farewell tour. So
Mark Caboli, from the Pat McAfee show, I guess you'll call him. He said on a show or on a podcast that the reason why they're not going to let go of Mike Tomlin is because they believe that they're hosting the draft this upcoming year, and that they don't want questions about why they fired him, this, that, and that. He feels like that's a big he feels like that's the reason why they won't let them fire him. So definitely interesting. Vic, can you take this off real quick? The last individual that we have, let's hear from him real quick and see what he said last night after the loss to the Eagles.
You guys are 5-3-1 still.
Oh, he looks pissed.
You're going to say you're always coaching for your job, but you don't have a long-term extension. With the way things have gone this season, you think you're coaching for your job?
I'm not. I'll leave that for everybody else to decide. I'll just focus on the day-to-day and trying to do. I feel like you're always coaching for everything in this league. That's just my mindset. It's always been that way. You can't ever exhale. You got to always be pushing, and that's just my mindset. So
the reason why they're asking him is because his the defense has been stepping up, and they've been holding teams to, in their 3 losses, held teams at 13, 10, and I can't remember what the other points were, but in all 3 of those games they've lost, and it's because of the offense. The offense struggling. Jordan Love does not look like an MVP candidate like people wanted to say after 2 weeks.
Oh, Alberto is devastated.
So
I've never been a big Jordan Love.
So I'm gonna say it is. I'm gonna say it's pretty hot, especially if he doesn't have a contract extension. I'm gonna say it's hot. Gilbert?
Yeah, I think it's hot too, and I was a little surprised when I started seeing talks about it yesterday, and then I was like, actually, it sounds right. When you trade 2 first-round picks and for Michael Parsons, and you're currently a 7 seed, like if you go one and done in the playoffs, that might be enough to fire Matt LaFleur, and it's not just because of that. Like, Lambeau Field used to be like a place where you couldn't win. You go back-to-back games. You lost at home to the Panthers, my freaking crappy ass, inconsistent Panthers who got shellacked by the Saints the following week. You lost to that team and you scored 13 points. So
the stupidity that he pulled in the NFC Championship against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and Tom Brady, remember?
Yeah, even from that, like I thought Matt LaFleur gained himself some security when he showed that he could, move on without Aaron Rodgers. Like he was kind of like just Aaron Rodgers, what do you want to say, placeholder for a couple of years. And then he had Jordan Love. Okay, that first year with Jordan Love, okay, I saw the flashes. He was pretty good. They beat the Cowboys in the playoff game. Jordan Love, let's be real, has not been good since that first season. Like, he has regressed. For whatever reason, people want to hype him up. When I see him play big boy teams, last year he went 0-6 against the Lions, Vikings, and the Eagles. This year, cool, you beat the Lions in week 1. That was kind of more of a defensive performance, but like, you finally get another matchup with a big boy. You lose against the Eagles. You couldn't do anything. The Eagles were not even afraid of the Packers offense, the way they operated on the offensive side to neutralize Michael Parsons. So, and you spend the first round pick on Matthew Golden. What has he done? The second Tucker Kraft goes down, this offense went to crap, which shouldn't be the case because you spent, 8 draft picks on wide receivers in the last 3 years, and you couldn't find one that hit.
I did.
What was that?
I did.
Oh, yeah, you did. But the Packers can't. So Gutekunst too. Get him out of here. So if you go one and done, all of them. Like they have a lot of guys who are decent guys, but they have no elite players besides Michael Parsons. That guy they had to go get outside to get. Like defensively, Rashawn Gary's and Lucas Van Ness is a buzz. You did sign Xavier McKinney, but that wasn't even one of your homegrown guys. So to me, they've done really not much in the last couple of years here.
Dan, you have a minute on the clock. Go ahead.
I think he for sure needs to be fired. Besides the fact, because let me tell you again, journalist badge flashing right now. I'm impartial. I don't take things personal. He was an asshole when we were with him, when we met him that one night. But I'm the bigger person. I rise above the insult, and I objectively review his performance. But, I think really he took the league by storm. Everyone was all hot and bothered and excited because he was connected to the Washington Reds. Oh, sorry. The staff that we can't talk about on the team that's no longer named that.
Today, huh?
My God. I'm so sick and tired, speaking of which, of
15
how many
seconds,
times
Dan.
they bring up that graphic. Okay, I'm going. I think he's fired. I think yesterday the biggest thing, you're right, Jordan Love's regressing. There was a lot of missed throws and misreads yesterday that even a dummy like Troy Aikman was up there calling it out with Joe Buck. So
whoa.
I think he's gone. I think they need a fresh start.
Good job, Dan. With 2 seconds to spare, Vic, any final thoughts on this?
I was just gonna say I was impressed by his lineup there. Watching that, I honestly, like, that's on it. Like, I was like looking at it right now, and I'm like, God damn, he is well lined up. It doesn't matter whether he wins or loses. That man has a great lineup.
His eyebrows just like
just cheesy bastard. Why has Gilberto at Sports Illustrated not written a story
up again, actually,
about the barber?
Put that video up again. Watch.
When he finds a good wide receiver, I will write about it.
About the barber who flies between McVay and LaFleur, lining them up each week before their beautiful press conference is amazing.
He's got to find a wide receiver.
Why have you not written a story about that yet? Your NFL.
He's had better success finding a barber than he has a wide receiver.
Pretty much, apparently.
That's why again, I was ridiculed on this program by I won't mention who, because like I said, I'm rising above it all today. I'm just not even going to dignify reliving that insult. When I said signing Jordan Love to an extension and paying him the top money is a mistake because you do not know what you have in him. Look at that. Perfect.
Oh, he looks miserable.
Oh, I know. He's in Green Bay.
He's got a great lineup. I mean,
but he does have nice hair.
He always looks pissed.
Let's go to the Compas NFL Power Rankings because these guys have to take off. I will go first. I went Eagles, Lions, Colts, Seahawks, Patriots. Damn it, I forgot the Rams. I apologize. I meant to put the Rams instead of the Seahawks. So.
No, we don't. We did this on purpose. It's okay. Wow. It's okay,
fine.
Fernando.
He's been riding with Eric a lot. That's the problem.
All right, Vic, go ahead.
All right, I went Eagles, Lions, Rams, Patriots, Colts. Just for you, Gilbert.
Same as me.
New England.
Gilbert.
Yeah, same 3 here.
Actually, no, I copied the wrong thing. Hold on. I copied
where are your
Seahawks,
Vic?
I know. Hold on. I
amateur hour between Fernando and Victor on the
I've
rankings.
been terrible lately. Sorry. Here. This is my top 5 actually.
Now you saw my list, like, damn, that's a pretty good list.
Yeah, it is. I thought that too. Now here is mine. It's Eagles, Colts, Lions, Patriots, and Seahawks. There you go.
I don't really care for the Colts, so that's fair.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you have the Colts number 2. Never mind. Okay, I don't hate this list now.
Go ahead, Gilbert.
I gotta pick an AFC team. They're the best team right now, and then the Seahawks are the number 1 seed. By the way, just so you know, right now they're the number 1 seed.
Oh wow, ridiculed.
The Packers were the number 1 seed 2 weeks ago, and they're crappy. I think the NFC is better than the AFC. Eagles, Lions, Rams, and then Patriots, Colts, Seahawks win a game against somebody, then I'll put you in my top 5.
Do you think the NFC should have the top 5 teams right now?
No.
Is that a conversation at all?
No.
No. Okay. All right.
I don't. Again, the Lions, I may put them up there. I'm still not. They still have Jared Goff.
Pete Carroll. You know, who did they play over the
Broncos, Dan.
The Broncos. Right. They couldn't. Oh, that's right. We were watching that at the Gaylord. They couldn't beat the Broncos.
Well,
the Broncos
don't
like,
why were say it like that, idiot? Like
that's what it's called.
Weird.
What?
What did I say? That's the name of the establishment. I didn't say.
Go.
What did I say? Whatever. It's not like I said we were in a certain. We were in a certain district.
He said at the
Gaylord,
but the Gaylord is a hotel here in San Diego. But
that's right. All my San Diego people in here know. All my Dago people know the Gaylord. It's nice. Go check it out. It's it's like the sports book, or what is it in Vegas? The one with the talking about the bathhouses. You've been visiting some or something. You better be careful.
Yeah, I gotta see my guy Eric.
Okay. Everybody on this list, I hate. They failed me. Okay, next.
What about number 4?
Yeah, the Chargers offensive line. I hate them. They piss me off. I don't even want to look at it, waste my time on it anymore. I can't do. I'm rising.
And on What's Up Bulls every week we have film time
rising above it. I'm in
bliss. People love when we do film time with Dan and Dago.
Yeah, because I start shitting on them. That's what they enjoy.
Eagles 1, Lions 2, Colts 3, Patriots 4, Seahawks 5. All right, let us go. Last week, our pick.
Oh God.
Yeah, let me talk about this. So I messed up and I wrote the wrong stuff.
What? That's bullshit.
So, Gilbert went 4-2. Fernando went 4-2. I went 4-2. I thought I had gone 5-1. So
I didn't.
My apologies there, Gilbert.
What are the 3? I picked the Eagles though, right? That's what saved me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah,
so the new rule is we all have to pick a lone wolf game or what?
No.
Okay. Fine.
You picked Dan. You went wrong with picking the Vikings over the Ravens.
I picked the Vikings.
You picked the
whatever.
All right, well, we'll see. Oh, you picked the Browns to beat the Jets. All right.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Let us go with the first.
I got the most important one right. So
Dan is 36-24. Vic and I are both 30-30.
Back in the cellar.
36-30.
That doesn't mean much when picks are getting wrong here. So I don't know.
Wow. What are you talking about? Do you see?
I think Dan goes into the rundown.
I'm
over.
All right.
No, I think it's Dan that goes into the rundown. I really do.
Dan's never gone into the rundown. I can tell you that one right now.
I'll find a way to figure it out.
He doesn't know how to get in there. Dan, do you know how to get in the rundown?
I don't. The rundown reads me. I don't read it. So
we'll see.
All right, first game. Gilberto's Panthers at the Falcons. Give me the Falcons.
I hate when we do this, dude. I always get screwed. I pick whatever round picks.
All right, Gilbert.
Why? What the hell? Who'd you pick?
Falcons.
Both of them picked the Falcons.
Okay.
Pick your Panthers.
Screw the Panthers. Give me the Falcons. I'm not gonna. No.
Vic.
I'll take the Panthers here.
We're gonna win now. Fuck.
Dude, he's like undefeated when he goes low wolf.
All right, 49ers at Cardinals. Give me the Cardinals, Gilbert.
No.
Yeah, give me the Cardinals for the upset special here.
Dan.
If Shanahan loses, I never want to hear from him again. I'll take the Niners. Is Mac Jones playing still?
Yes.
All right, I'll go with the 49ers too.
Split.
All right. Bears at Vikings.
Oh, I hate these.
Give me
sorry. There we go.
I'll say it comes undone. Give me the Vikings. Gilbert.
Freaking Caleb Williams screwed me over last week. Give me the Bears.
I can't believe they're 6-3.
I know. I can't either.
They're not playing anybody good.
Well, they're not playing anybody good at this game either, apparently. But
go ahead, Dan.
I'm worried about who's going to score more points. I don't know if the fingernail Peyton bastard can read through all those pressures, but JJ doesn't give me any confidence either.
Hurry up.
Okay, fine. I'll go with the Bears.
Vic,
I'll go with the Vikings here.
Split it again.
Yep.
all right. Let us go. Oh, the last two. Let us go. Well, we'll go
three.
this. Oh yeah, sorry. Buccaneers at Bills. I am sorry to do this. I'm going with the Bills.
Wow.
Gilbert.
Yeah, me too. Give me Buffalo.
Dan.
Buccaneers at Bill. Yeah, I'll take the Bills. He's going to give him a good speech about Al Qaeda or something this week.
Oh, okay.
Damn it! Do I want to do it here?
I'll set up. Remember, if everybody's the same, just toss it out.
Yeah, we'll have to. Yeah, the line. I'm gonna go with the Bills. So this game.
Oh, that's fine. No, it's fine. I'll go Bucks then. That's fine. I'll take the Bucks on the upset.
Well, hold on. Let me make sure I change it because I don't want.
Somebody
want
complaining
and yeah. Okay, I've changed it. Okay,
right,
just so everybody knows. Dan,
I took a team with a B. I don't know who it is. We'll see who wins, and then I'll decide who it was.
All right, Chiefs at Broncos. Give me the Chiefs, Gilbert.
Yeah, Casey.
Dan.
God. Vic, are you going to go lone wolf or you want me?
I think so. I'll take it.
All right, I'll take the Chiefs too. I don't think Gilberto will.
You're going Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
They'll have a meltdown.
Yeah, I'm going Chiefs. All three of us went Chiefs.
I'll go Broncos here.
No way. They're
last one, Lions at Eagles. Give me my Eagles versus Gilberto's supposed Lions.
Detroit over here. Give me Detroit.
Okay,
Dan.
This really hurts me. They're two of my selected teams, but yeah, I'll take the Eagles.
Vic.
And I'll take the Lions.
All right. There are picks for the week. We appreciate everybody so much for. Oh wait, real quick, let's do the picks from the
overalls.
The overalls.
Just because you want to show you first.
Dan and Dago is still in first place at 29.
Right, baby. Oh, and the stupid Packers cost me. Damn them.
Whose fault is that?
No, the Steelers cost me.
Okay, next, let us go. I went 29 wins, so I am half a game behind Dan. Gilberto's at 25 and 5 or 25.5, and then Vic is at 22 wins. All right, we appreciate everybody so much for checking out another episode of Compas on the Beat. You guys are the best. We appreciate it so much. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Do not forget Wednesday, House of Horns. Thursday, What's Up Bolts. Again, thank you guys so much. You guys are the best. This weekend, though, just to let you guys know, I will be at Seahawks Rams. So
John Cena's still a bitch.
What's Up Bolts will happen after the game. After the Chargers game, we'll still jump on. I'll just be at the stadium. Again, thank you guys so much. You guys are the best. Gilbert, get us out of here.
Let's go.
Goodbye.
Bye. We got to go.